We're at 11. I'm John Lee with St. Louis Real Estate Investors Association, here with our president, Lloyd Allender. And do you want to make any announcements before we get started here, Lloyd?
Yeah, I would like to let everybody know. Today is the March 11th. Just a few days coming up here on March 15th. We got our March meeting. It's the third Tuesday of March. And like clockwork, we meet on the third Tuesday. We got this month, we got two speakers coming. Eric Wheeler is going to talk about how to build a website. He's very knowledgeable and has a company where he can help you build a website very easily, and he'll help us tell us how valuable having a website can be for your business, and how easy it can be to actually get one. And then Beth Coleman, she's been with us before. She's from Guild Mortgage, and she's going to give us an update on the current market for mortgages. So see what's coming up there with the interest volatility, and if there's been any changes in the investment loan market, which is an area she kind of specializes in. She's done a lot of business with our past president, Jim Heiser. And then also, yeah, and I'll give you a heads up a month in advance for our April 19th. I mentioned it in our newsletter. Everybody got their newsletter. Hopefully you're on a mailing list. You got our newsletter already for March, and I give you a little hint of what's coming up in April. April 19th, we got Kevin Sharp. He's a very well-respected educator and knowledgeable person on notes. He's also done it before he got into notes. He was a real estate investor. He renovated, I think, 150 some homes and resold them. And also he's done millions, and I think $30 million worth of business in exchanging notes, buying mortgages, selling mortgages, just buying them for good cash flow. And he's a very, very good educator. And I've spent 2 weekends with him in his seminars before, and looking forward to have him come and make a presentation in April. And those of you that have been longtime members, remember our spring fling. We're bringing back our spring fling, where we have a buffet dinner for our April meeting. Since we're bringing in Kevin is a nationally known speaker, and he's going to come in. He's not going to be on Zoom. He's going to be live and in person at the Shriners. He's looking forward to getting back out here too. And we're going to have a buffet dinner served for probably at least the first 50, and we're going to encourage everybody to register for that event. When the emails come out, we're going to get it on our website here this next week. Looking forward to that, and I encourage you all to register for that and show up. If you can't, we'll still be virtual. We'll have the Zoom option to hear Kevin. He's well worth tuning in for. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to let you know about those two things. And we can open it up for buy, sell here. What do you got real estate related? I got something to sell. You want to give a pitch for it? We got a lot of investors here that might be looking to pick up a deal like you got. And then if you're looking for something, it's time to put it there. Might have somebody here that's got a property that would fit your need. Or service-wise, if you got a service you offer to investors, it's a good time you got some investors here to bend their ear. And if you are looking for a service, we connect a lot of people with the contractors we would recommend. In fact, I'll start it out this week with I'll pick a pitch. We've mentioned his name before. Brian Stamey. He's our go-to heating air conditioning guy. He's a longtime member of our group, and I've had him call many times. I've called him many times, and taking care of a heating air conditioning. And this week especially, we had an emergency furnace replacement. Had a blower assembly that went out, and it was like on Friday, last Friday, and I had a new tenant that just moved in, and the blower went out the furnace, and it was going to be big bucks. I was already getting bids to replace it in the spring. Replace it is a 25-year-old system, and Brian had already given me his bid. But so I knew he was reasonable, and so I went ahead and he gave him the go ahead, and he put a furnace in for me on Monday, and did a great job. He's coming back this coming Monday to to put the AC in, but at least we got a furnace going. That's what the important thing here in March in Missouri. You got a working furnace. So I'll give a shout out to Brian if anyone wants his looking for a good heating and air conditioning guy. I'll give you his phone number right now. It's 314-494-6176. Brian Stamey. It's Stame. He's got his company name is the Energy Home Team.
Lloyd, can you put that in the chat?
Okay, I can, but I have trouble talking and typing at the same time. I don't know. But yeah, go ahead. Anybody else got anything? And I'll open up the chat here.
Now, Lloyd, do you know if he's only if he only services the St. Louis area, or does he do surrounding areas?
I'm not sure how far he goes out. He's based in St. Louis, I think, in North County somewhere.
Okay, I'll give him a
give him a call. Yeah, looking for some assistant for your barnuminium.
Yeah, it's about 100 miles away, but we're going to need somebody to do that. My brother-in-law is just freshly retired, and he don't want nothing to do with any of that stuff like he used to. So
like he used to. Yeah, I used
maybe
to
just advice.
Yeah, I had one of my nephews was in the or still is. He's in the concrete business. He was a foreman for one of the big concrete companies that pours foundations and does flat work. And he used to do all my flat work. I had a sidewalk or driveway to replace. He had put a foundation in for poured a reinforcing wall. Amazing how much cheaper pouring a concrete reinforcing wall is than laying it up in stones when you got to pay for the labor. And he did that for me. But he got promoted up into management ranks now, and he doesn't do that kind of work on Saturdays and Sundays like he used to. I know how that is. Anyway, maybe he can take care of your barnuminium. Anybody got anything? What else is going on out here? Not much, huh?
Hi there. Apologise for the accent. I'm Afina from New Zealand, Auckland. I'm attached to Kogo Capital and the Private Investment Club, which is the biggest investment club in North America. So I'm a private money connector, and I have access up to $1 million. So if anybody's got any need, just flick me an email. That's fisherandwest@gmail.com. I'll put that in the chat.
Oh, put in the chat.
Yeah, just let me know what you need. Thank you.
Okay. Got another money lady here. Connected funds. We're always looking, investors. We don't want to put money into it. We want to invest in real estate, but we want to just be a small portion of our money. Because that's the advantage of real estate investing, that there are a lot of lenders like Afina right there, who's got the connections to somebody that's willing to, also likes real estate investing, but they don't want to be as active in it as actually buying the house and doing the work on the house. They'll lend you money for the other part of your investment. They'll only take a reasonable part of your profits in interest. So, interest and fees. Okay. How did everybody? Well, Afina probably didn't have to worry about the snow we had here last night in the St. Louis area. I only got I don't know, we got about an inch here in St. Charles, and it looked like it was stopped already or getting close to it. But how's the snow in your area? You get any of that, David Soto, down there in Southeast Missouri?
Not yet, but it's supposed to be on its way.
Oh,
so
it's on its way yet. Okay, yeah, I was moving. This front was coming in from the north.
yeah, apparently this afternoon. So
okay, you got an afternoon. Ours is supposed to be winding down by this afternoon. You would just be getting it. Okay. Okay, I don't know, I wasn't on last week when Kathy Davis was here. Did she have some good information when any big, you recall, John or Jim, any big changes in the eviction system happening? I hadn't had a chance to listen to the recording either.
I don't think there was, John. Do you remember anything? I think it was, she didn't stay on very long. I think everything's just moving along, if I remember right.
Okay, things are back moving again. Okay.
Well, I know the court system is having in person because I got called for jury duty last week. So I was at jury duty on the federal level downtown at the Eagleton courthouse on Monday, but I never got picked for a jury. So I'm back.
You're back. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I was never impaneled on a jury. Well, I was impaneled once, but the case got settled just before it was supposed to start. So I never got to sit through a trial anyway.
I was just in the pool. That's all I got to.
Yeah, I've been in the pool. When I lived in the city of St. Louis, I could count on getting that notice every 3 years.
I understand the city only pays $12. Federal pays $50 a day, so it wasn't too bad.
That's money worth keeping.
Yeah.
I know the federal, the city wasn't much. In fact, I was working at Boeing at the time, and Boeing said, with a lot of things they were expecting to, since they're paying your salary while you go to jury duty, they wanted to get the money that they were paying you, but they said in the city, keep the $12.
Yeah.
That'll pay for that won't even pay for your lunch eating downtown where you got to.
Well, it costs them more to collect
process
it,
to process it.
Process it, yeah.
It was worth, yeah. But it was nice getting out. I mean, I usually walk down to Union Station. That was back in the day when there were a lot of restaurants down there, and there aren't that many as there were before with the aquarium there now. But there's still restaurants there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It always cost me more for lunch than they paid me every day. And I've been on federal jury duties and on St. Louis County, and I think it's a lot of fun myself. It's very eye-opening. If you sit in the pool though, Jim, like you do, it's not as much fun as if you get called.
Yeah, I didn't get called. They were both felony firearm charges. Both I had set in the morning and in the afternoon, but I did not get picked for either jury, either trial, which is okay.
Yeah, sitting in the jury room, especially in the city, was not a fun, not fun task. But yeah, one time I got him impaneled. It was interesting going through the question, getting the questioning and things. Unfortunately, that one didn't even go to trial. It got settled. Anybody else got anything?
I think there's a relatively new Facebook group that everybody might check out. It's called Deals Gone Bad.
Deals Gone Bad. Okay.
Yeah.
You learned somebody else's bad deal, huh?
Yeah, people who have worked with contractors that renege on deals and don't come back. And so part of your due diligence, you might check to see if a new contractor is on that chat group that you're looking at.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good way. Other than if he's too brand new, it doesn't have anything in the Better Business Bureau, or I usually check with the BBB website
For a while, and I look at it all the time. I just put the link in the chat there. Yeah, it's a very good one. You can find out good and bad about people. That's a great group.
Okay. Yeah, it's good. They share
Yeah. Hey, Lloyd.
the references too. Yeah, David.
Yeah. Hey, David Randolph.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to throw this out there. I don't have a lot of details, and I'm not going to give a lot of details on the Zoom call, so people can just contact me about it. But I'm kind of cutting back on some of my rehabs, and I got 3 going on in the city, but I think I'm going to sell one of them It's a gut rehab. It's in the city in 63118. It's on Cherokee Street. I'm not going to give the address here. You just have to contact me and we'll talk about it because it's about 3,400 square foot. It is a gut rehab where it's only for, serious people. I don't even have a price on it and stuff, but if somebody wants to contact me, I can talk about that. It's not for your new rehabber at all because, like I said, it is gut conversion inside. Putting the stud walls up, around the exterior in it. Putting in all the rooms, back in. So it's not just carpet and paint kind of thing in the county, but rather it's in the city. So just contact me at 636-685-2990. It's David Randolph at 636-2990. I'm just so stinking busy with these short sales right now. I don't have time to rehab houses. We had 7 short sales come in just last week alone. The moratorium ended, and it's just we got an approval letter from FHA to buy a house for $106,000 that we're going to sell for $205,000, and we're not even going to paint it. Doesn't even need to be painted. So it's crazy, and I just don't have time to rehab anymore. So I'm going to sell that one off and keep the other 2 rehabs, and finish those. But somebody wants to do a gut rehab in the city of St. Louis, get a hold of me. I guess I'll throw my contact in.
Put your contact information there in the chat. So you got anybody on the phone?
I'm on my iPhone. I can paste that out of my notes section here. So I'll just paste that and drop it in there. But yeah, just get a hold of me, guys, if anybody on here is a serious rehabber. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Yeah, rehabbing, doing a gut rehab is not good good experience for the beginner. I lived through one when I was a beginner, and I haven't attempted one since. I've done some pretty good renovations, putting in new kitchens and bathrooms, and the rest of it's just patching up drywall and plaster, that kind of stuff. Since then, I've been steering away from the gut rehabs. But Scott, anything?
I've got a tenant screening question.
Yeah, Scott, go ahead.
Maybe Dave can add his 2 cents into this.
Yeah.
So I have just a couple of rentals myself, and I manage those. Been doing that for about 10 years now. Trying to ramp that up. I've had good tenancy. I've got a single family in Maplewood, and every 2 years, I'm looking for a new tenant. And it seems like in 2 years, things change so drastically with various things. And at this point, I'm just trying to find a good, last time I did Zillow, and that was pretty good, but it was a lot more work on my end in terms of making calls and vetting things. And I am trying to do this myself because I'm confident in that I can do that as opposed to having someone do it for me and just pay them the 1 month's rent. But does anyone have a good software or site that they recommend that would do income verification, calling prior and current landlords, and just kind of doing some of that legwork, and then I kind of make the final call and make it, I always talk to people personally just to get a feel for them because I'll be working with them. But so I've done Zillow, I've done Smart Move, I think it was called, and then just did the old-fashioned pen and paper kind of thing. So anything would be appreciated. And I was just going to say, I could subscribe to all, Appfolio or Rent Ready and all those things, but it just doesn't make sense with three rentals. So
Dwayne Spears has one, and I don't know who he used, but she was great. And I'll see if I can get that for you, Scott. It wasn't very expensive. It's probably what you're looking for. They do the background checks, across the country and things like that. But you still, the reason I didn't use her any more than I did, because I didn't want to meet the people at the property, but it sounds like that's what you want. You want to know the people before you enter into the agreement. So this might be a good answer for you. I'll see if I can get the phone number, her phone number and name, and then I'll put it in the chat for you. But yeah, if anybody else got anything, great. But that's what I know about it. Dwayne's really got a good contact.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, I can share what I do. I've only got a handful of rental houses also, but I too like to have a showing. I advertise on Zillow. I don't use their application process or anything though. I just use an advertising, get contacts, and I got a few little questionnaire. I scan them with a telephone, or if they reply by email, I ask them some email them some questions even before I make an appointment, because I'm getting so many replies to my ads on Zillow that I have to screen them just before I set up appointments. So I'm only looking for. I already pretty well know unless they're lying to me, that they'll qualify for the rental. They've got the income, they get decent credit before they even show up for the appointment, and then I show them the house, and if they like it, I refer them to assist to rent. It's assist #2 rent. .net. I think they're a .net. I don't have their forms right here, but what you call the landlord has to call them and set up an account number with your contact information, and then when an application, and then you give that information, your account number and information to the your applicant, the person you want to apply, and they put it in there. They pay it. They have to pay the fee. It's $50 per person just for general, and I think $60 if you want to do a nationwide criminal check. And they do all that. They do all the checks. They verify the current landlord and the one previous landlord before that, and their employment, verify employment. And they make all those phone calls and make sure they're telling the truth on everything that they put in the application. They verify everything, and then they get back to me with their little report. It says, okay, they got good credit, they got and good employment. They'll rubber stamp them. They'll make a recommendation, or they'll definitely not recommend them if they've been evicted a couple of times and they ripped off their last landlord. They'll definitely say no, don't rent to them. And then there's sometimes that, yeah, they got a good rental history, but their credit looks a little weak. They got good income, but with an extra deposit or maybe a little extra assurance, you might give a chance. That's the kind of thing. The reports back that I get from a sister, and then they leave it up to me to make the final decision. But if somebody gets rejected for whatever reason, I tell them, no, you call the screening company back. If you want to know, don't complain to me about why you didn't get rejected. So I like that aspect of it, that it wasn't me that made the rejection. It was the screening company that didn't like what they saw. And they can tell you what they didn't like, and you just call them and tell you what you need to get straightened out maybe before you apply somewhere else. I don't know. Anybody else got any? I'm sure there's a lot of ways of doing that part of the business.
Thanks, Lloyd.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I just use real quick, and they don't do the phone calls, but just for a real quick credit background kind of screening check, I use back when they came through, we haven't seen them for a while, but MrLandlord.com. I use their online internet service. Heck, if you sign up for the first time, you can get like the first 1 report or 2 reports for free. So you might as well at least get some background on them. But remember, right, I haven't used them to call previous landlords.
No, I believe I think I used them a time or two, a number of years ago. And I want to say, they just gave you a credit report, basically, how they did on credit, but they didn't verify employment. They didn't talk to previous landlords, that kind of thing. That's very time consuming. I know, because when I started in this business, I was on the phone a lot, and even that was back in the day when when you could call a bank and they'd say, oh yeah, tell he's a good guy. He got a car loan with him, and he's got the last 2 car loans with him. They tell you all kinds of information just over a telephone call. You have to fax them over a signed certification of disclosure, or they'll even send you anything or even talk to you. That's part of the reason why I use the screening agency, because they've got all the ins into that part of the industry that they can get that done quicker. And even them, to say it takes them some time, is they got to call previous landlords and they're not answering their phone and yada yada. Not everybody answers their phone these days.
I see Judy put in tenantbackgroundsearch.com. I haven't heard of that one, but
Okay.
yeah, so doing a lot of like CaseNet. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just need to buck up and pay 1 month's rent, and then it's done. Yeah, just somebody to do it for me.
Somebody to do it. Yeah, they'll do it. And I kind of use I like about I see Melody put the assistant rent on that. Thank you, Melody. That I like the fact that the tenant has to pay to do the screening. In fact, I started doing that when I would just collect a $25 fee for screening, and that way I was pretty well assured that they were gonna follow through. And when they pay me $25, the trouble making all the phone calls and things. But then I got tired of doing all the phone calls, and I just, okay, if they're willing to, they like my house well enough, and they want to rent, and they realize that they got to go through the process. They pay the $50. They go on and pay the $50 directly. And if they know they got bad credit and they're not going to qualify, I tell them what I'm looking for. 650 credit or better. Never been had any evictions and no bankruptcies in the last few years. No recent bankruptcies, and so they know if they had those, they probably won't bother to apply. So it saves them the money, and it saves me the headaches. So.
And that was tenantwhat.com.
Tenantbackgroundsearch.com. There were several suggestions thrown out, but that was one of them.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been looking at the chat here. Okay. Tenant background search. Okay, I see that. Yeah.
I ain't seen my
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. And she also says to use CaseNet. That's another thing. You can log on to CaseNet to see if they had any eviction filings, which kind of use variations of their name and everything too. Because Kathy's talked about that on her calls, that wanted us to say, yeah, you can check it, but don't always depend on our accuracy, because some of the people are getting that. Hey there. Yeah, something for us. Something for us, Mr. Shah?
Yes, hi. I'm from India.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I don't know someone here, so I can only come here to say hello, hi, everything.
Okay.
Growing the network. Yeah.
Okay. We know the internet's working today. Then we got somebody from India and somebody from Australia, so we're on the World Wide Web, definitely. Thank
you. Thank you.
We hope to, if you can make it to St. Louis, make it to the U.S. and St. Louis by April, we will give you a free buffet dinner if you come to our live meeting. It's April 19th. Okay. Anybody else?
Interrupt. Sorry,
Yes.
I just want to congratulate John Lee on your selling your book on Amazon. Another one bestseller. Is that correct? Yeah, just congratulations, and you're inspiring. I've written an ebook on blood sugar resets, which I need to give away. So if anybody needs some help in that area, I'm happy to help. But yeah, the main thing is congratulations, John. You're very inspiring.
Okay. Yeah, your video is cutting out, or your audio is cutting out of mine. So I was assuming you were talking about John's book. He's got a revised version of the Delian area on Amazon. So if you haven't got that, you go check that out. I think, yeah, today, isn't today the last day you can get a free copy, John? I think it was the 11th.
Yes, today's with KDP, their promotion, it's the last day that they could do it. And then it goes back to regular price. I'm not sure how all the promotions work, but that's it. Yeah. Thank you, Afina. I appreciate you mentioning that. And thanks for being here too. It's good to see you. All the way from New Zealand. What time is it tomorrow there?
It's 6 a.m. Saturday morning.
Okay.
Oh, wow. We appreciate you getting early to hear us.
And then what about Bhavya in I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, in India? What time is it there? And you're, I guess, later today, if I know my geography.
Yes. Is it here 11 p.m. is here.
11 p.m. Okay. So
11 p.m. Okay. Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
It's great.
It was 11 a.m. here, 11 p.m. there.
Yep.
Yes. So simply it's PM here.
Yeah. Yeah. You're minus what? Yeah, minus 12 from us. We're, what is it? +6 from the, used to be Greenwich Mean. I don't forget what they call it these days.
Yes. So I am, can I introduce myself once, only for 1 minute? May I?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Hello friends, attention please. My name is Bhavya. I'm from India. I'm animal lover and great passionate jewelry designer, turned into the search engine optimization, and currently the founder of PS Digital Agency. Help to real estate people's getting 30 plus leads per month within the BX method without wasting any type of crazy ads and any type of marketing strategies. I am the video sales specialist also, so I can help you better. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. And you put your contact info in
Yeah.
here, is that correct? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Go ahead and put your contact information in the chat.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I see some more, looking at the chat here now. I see some more people looking for a roofer. Dennis is looking for a roofer or a carpenter to extend the roof, install a soffit fascia in a house in Afton. So anybody got any recommendations? He put his contact information there in the chat. Yeah, I see Charles puts his information there. He's a broker in new financing. And
there, I got it. This is Chuck. I was,
yeah.
I would just put down on there that anybody that's got 8 HUDs in the last 3 years, we really can get you some really good rates. So if anybody's in that category, definitely get a hold of me and see if we can't get you hooked up with the right lender with the qualifications that you got.
Okay. Okay. So rates are better than they were the last 3 years.
I would say so.
Yeah. Okay.
There's so much money. There's so much money in the markets trying to find properties to stick it in. They're getting competitive.
Good. That's good to hear. Yeah, hopefully we'll hear that from Beth on next Tuesday too, and that she's got more money to lend, or that they've got Guild Mortgage can find you more money. Okay, I see that Mr. Shaw put his information, contact information there. Okay, well, nobody has anything else. I guess we can wrap it up here for today. And get back to our regular business. Now I got to get out and clear my driveway off. Hopefully the sun will come out and yeah, it looks a little brighter here now. The sun will come out and melt off my driveway. It's the nice thing about having a driveway that faces south. You don't have to shovel it as much, and then we get a light snow. Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming on here today, everybody. Thank you for John for getting us all connected. And
Sorry, I have a quick question.
sure.
How do we download the chat? Like, I can't find it today.
Downloading the chat. That's a tech question, and I'm not a.
Anybody remember? I know I've done this before, and for the life of me, I can't find it again.
Can you do a?
John Lee has to figure out how to turn it on. It's not turned on.
I don't know how to do that, and I'll see about doing that. Is there something in particular that you wanted, Melody?
Yeah, Lloyd was talking about earlier his HVAC person, but I know the different suggestions too that people were giving on who they use for screening. That's why it's kind of like easier to just download the chat.
You can take a picture of it, maybe.
Yeah, screenshots, probably the best way. There's a lot of technical things that I don't know how to do on this, and they have been changing them too. So unfortunately, that's not my only priority and things to stay up on. But I'll see if there's something in particular you want. Just send me a note and I'll make sure you get it, Melody.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Well, look forward to seeing everybody in person or whoever can make it on next Tuesday, March 15th. Got a good program at the Shriners Center here in St. Louis. Should get a few emails. If you're on email distribution, should get a few more emails. And I hope you got your newsletter this week already, giving you some of the details. So look forward to seeing you there if you can make it. If not, we'll see you here next week. Take care.
Good seeing everybody. Thanks for coming.